what I sold over the weekend. So the total of what I'm going to be discussing today is everything that I sold on Saturday and Sunday. I guess let's just kind of get right into it. Total sales were $1,013.98. So pretty decent. Had some higher ticket items sell over the weekend, so pretty happy about that. Kicking it off, I'm going to be talking about the totals with shipping. At least that's my plan here. I have it up on my screen, and I'll be trying to pop in some images somewhere, and so you guys can go along with me. The first thing that I managed to sell was an Intellivision Flashback classic game console. It has 61 games included, and it was a Dollar General exclusive. They're actually pretty uncommon. So I know everybody's probably used to seeing Atari flashbacks everywhere, and those really don't have that much value to them. I mean, if you can get them for $1 or whatever, sure, go after them. But I found this one in box, new. It was open box, but everything was new. Things were wrapped up and everything. So I was able to sell it as open box. New open box, and with shipping I received $125.99 for it. Again, found that at the thrift store for $6. Definite bolo item for you guys. And then moving on, I sold a Kona Brewing Company Big Wave Golden Ale beer tap handle, and sold that for, I believe it was $39 shipped. I can't remember exactly what it costs to ship, but it's pretty reasonable. Again, it's a beer tap. It's not so bad. They are they are pretty fragile. So, you definitely need to utilize the bubble wrap and everything when it comes to it. However, yeah, I picked that up, I believe, for $7 at a yard sale that was actually just right down the street from my house. So, pretty decent. I think I've only had it for 2 weeks and it already moved. You'll see some DVDs mixed in here. Most of the DVDs I sold this weekend came from the estate sale video I did earlier from Tuesday. So that's pretty cool that they're moving that quickly. They were sealed. They're kind of grindy because, I mean, if you're getting like on this one, 2001: A Space Odyssey. Actually, this is a VHS, excuse me. Is this a VHS? No, it's a DVD. Okay, never mind. Excuse me. And but $9.99, you are getting the media mail shipping at $2.80. You're probably going to pay about $1.50 in eBay fees. So you're going to be at, like, what would that be? You'd be at like $2.80 plus $1.50 would be $4.30. So then whatever your stock cost is, say you had $1 into it, you'd be at $5.30. You're going to make what? $4.70, $4.50 off of it. But the thing is, if you're already going to the post office anyways, they ship really easily. The padded envelopes cost nothing. If they're good DVDs, pick them up. I'm not telling you to go get the ones that sell for $4 shipped, because really those kind of people are buying those for pennies to be able to probably make any money on that, or just doing it to boost their DSRs, their detailed seller ratings on eBay, to help them out in the algorithm. Rambled way too much on that one. So yeah, $9.99 for that shipped. New Ballasta men's waxed waterproof canvas and leather XL bag. So we picked up a couple of these from an Amazon sale, Amazon like pallet sale bin thing, and actually managed to sell one. So pretty happy about that. I think we had about $5 into that. Moving on to another DVD. Again, I just stuffed in the estate sale all the sealed ones because he was giving me one price. And I got it pretty reasonable into the duffels that they had there. So this is 2016 Obama's America, new and sealed. I think it was like Obama's Bad kind of DVD or something. But regardless, I got $11.99 shipped for it. Definitely not a politics channel here. Then got Borat, and this one came with a very nice t-shirt, which was a Best Buy exclusive. It was sealed as well, and received $17.99 shipped for that. So that was pretty cool. That's pretty decent, especially once you start getting above 15 or whatever, and you're buying the DVDs for nothing. That's pretty nice. That's very nice, in fact. Did sell a vintage Garfield Plush Hare Rabbit Bunny costume. So it is a plush toy, looks like a rabbit. I've been selling these maybe one a week. I bought like 7 or 8 of them for $15. One of them got me to my break-even point, so every time I sell one of these, you know, it's money, and pretty happy with it. I think it was $10.49 plus shipping. Yeah, so that was pretty cool. Then managed to, I accepted an offer on a Nintendo 3DS console that I picked up at a yard sale that I happened to be the first one there by a long shot. I actually saw the sign on the way to another sale and decided to jot on over to it, and was out there probably 5 minutes picking through stuff before anybody even came out. But yeah, I had $30 into it, so a little more than I wanted to have into for what I sold it for, which was $82.50, and that was an offer that I accepted through the best offer feature on eBay. With that being said, I had $30 in the console. If you look at fees, they're going to be basically between down PayPal fees, what, $10? So you're gonna have 40 there. I think this cost is probably like 7 something to ship. So 47, still making $38, whatever, something. I'm just making an estimate there. Not too bad. I only had it for a couple weeks, so at least the turnaround was quick. I was trying to get top dollar for it originally, but it was in good shape. I just don't think it was in top dollar condition with kind of some of the scuffs on the top of the case. So moving on, I sold a Naruto Shippuden Ultimate Ninja Storm 3 Full Burst. That is a long title for the Xbox 360. Got $13 out of that. Already sold the console that came with. It was just that one game, the console, hookups, one controller, and it was sitting in a estate sale, like a do-it-yourself kind of estate sale during the West Carrollton community yard sale up the road. And yeah, that was all right. I mean, you know, I paid $15, already sold the console for like 90, so this is gravy. Totally happy with that sale and that transaction. Donkey Kong Jr. Atari 7800, moved that for $16. So Atari games typically avoid, at least for me. However, I do know enough, about some of the titles that, you know, some of them are decent. Donkey Kong Jr., the original Donkey Kong, I already sold that. I basically picked, I was the first one to sell up the street about 2 or 3 weeks ago, and I've been selling a game or two each week. So it's been a pretty nice grind. I had like $2 a piece into the games. But I got to pick through the lot first. I mean, if you're looking through it and you see tennis and like a ratty copy of Space Invaders with all the labels peeled off, it's probably a hard pass. But these were in good shape. The titles were right. I mean, the bin was pretty full even after I left, and I had bought like 12 games. So yeah, I don't know. I've been having some pretty decent luck with this pile of games from both the Atari 7800 and 2600 games I picked up. Moving on, sold Live Aid for $45. That was an offer that I accepted. Now, the 4 DVD set for Live Aid, it was a concert in 1985. It typically sells for higher than this. However, the box condition was just messed up. Like it was pretty bad. So, I did come around to the fact that I just wanted the money out of it. I had $6 in it from a thrift store. So $6 in the 45, even having to cover shipping. I mean, it goes media mail, so I can't remember if this went at the 280 or 330 rate. So, I mean, regardless, there was, plenty of upside for me. And, the guy's happy that he managed to get a deal on it. So good to go there. Sold a boxed Spore Galactic Edition for Windows and Mac. It's a 2008 title. What's really cool is that this is actually kind of a special box. It has like the hard plastic and everything to it, and had some other goodies and whatnot. I paid up a little bit, probably like $4, and it only sold for $14.99 shipped. But I thought it was cool, and I was just trying to hurry up and get to the next sale, and ended up picking that. Then an Apple Universal Dock for iPhone 4 and 4S, iPod Nano 5th Generation Touch Classic. That is a long title. But that was $30. I don't remember exactly where I picked this up. I want to say I grabbed it at a yard sale. Could be right, could be wrong. Picked up or sold this JVC Everio GZ 510 Full HD camcorder. Actually got about $44.99 for that, so about $45. I had 2 for $10. This and another Kodak I sold for $50. I kind of lobbed them together. At that same sale, I picked up the 3DS. So I spent $99 exactly at that sale. So overall, pretty happy with the results because I still have quite a few things to list or sell from it. I've also sold a couple games. So the vintage red velvet pipe and a cigarette tobacco can. It's one of those velvet cans. They're not worth a ton of money. Probably shouldn't have bought it. Picked it up for, I don't know, $1 or something, and it's got $15 out of it eventually. So not too bad. I think that was a thrift store find. Stand mixer spiralizer attachment. Fits all KitchenAid stand mixer models, Amazon returns. Xbox, and I got $50 out of that. So actually, that was pretty cool. I'm going to mention this on Amazon return style stuff. If you're buying pallets, bin sales, whatever, wherever you're sourcing that stuff, it's hit or miss. Sometimes it'll fly off the shelves. Other times it'll just sit there. I have a fair amount of it mixed into my product mix right now in hopes that during the holiday season, you know, people look it up on Amazon, they see what it is, maybe they look it up on eBay to see if they can save a few bucks. I've undercut, and bam, you know, I make the sale. So that's just kind of my big hopes for that going into Q4. We'll see how that works out. I mean, regardless, I don't have a ton into it, so it wouldn't sink me if I had to liquidate it in another manner or wholesale it to somebody else. Xbox 360S Slim with power supply. This had a bad disk drive. So this was actually, I gave them a wire controller with it. I mean, it would still play digital games, or they could fix the disk drive if they wanted. It's a 4 gig. Ended up getting $49.99 shipped for it. Hurts a little bit for me, but you know, just decided to disclose it and just get rid of it. I picked that up during the big community yard sale swing. One of the systems was tainted. Even though that buy, I'll still make a pretty decent profit. But this is one of those reasons when you're just buying games out in the wild. If you're unsure, it's hard to pay up a ton. You really, like, I know I'm new to the whole YouTube thing, but I'm pretty tough on like trying to keep the prices down on what I spend because I don't really like taking losses. I don't think anybody does though. Yes, at least I was able to get what I got out of it. Would have been, and I would have paired a wireless controller with it and stuff. I just happened to have a wired. It probably would have been about a $80 to $90 sale instead of $50. So yeah, it hurts a little bit. Samsung digital camcorder, SC D5 or D353 mini DV camera. I got $30 for it, and I believe that's the one I picked up during the community yard sale that I only just showed like the end of the purchase just for time. And I got $29.99 for that, and I had $2 into it. That is shipped though. The Sony wireless FM over-the-ear headphones for TV. So this was a great buy for me. Super stoked about it. It was in one of the community yard sale videos, so I only had it Thursday, and it sold on Sunday. And I received $149.99 for it, and I had $5 in it. It was brand new in box. Just a crazy good buy for me. Really happy about that one. And then last but not least, kind of a fun little backstory to this. So I went to this yard sale and I guess just a little south of where I live, so not too far, and ran into two of these Oberheim Systemizer vintage MIDI effect units. They were both brand new in box. So I started talking to the lady, and she had written the eBay price from the comp. She wrote that on there, at least her comps. So she said that, you know, they were worth like, I want to say they were worth like 100 each or whatever. And she wrote, I think something, I can't remember because I marked over where she wrote on the box of the first unit I sold. So I looked them up myself and I saw that used, those products were ranging anywhere from like, you know, 150, some of them 300, but not exactly the same unit as this. So I knew that there was value there because none of them were new like that. And I started chatting with her, and her late husband had actually owned a music supply store right down the road, and this was like leftovers that, you know, she still had. So I ended up haggling with her, and I was like, you know, I'm interested, but I couldn't pay that. And asked, you know, I was like, she asked me what I would do, and I said 50. I think she went 100 for both of them, and she said, or something like that. And she said, how about 60 for both? And, you know, I came to an agreement there. So I only had $30 into it. It turned into $149.99 shipped. It's not a very big item. Shipping's going to be, or was, around the $10 mark, I want to say. Regardless, give or take a couple bucks around that mark. Well, what's kind of interesting about this is I saw Lonnie, Garage Flips, Shed Flips, his video. He had came up to Cincinnati, which is just south of where I live. And my dog's behind me now. I'm trying to put her in. She's like, no, I want to stay with you. So anyways, I was watching his video, and he actually, they had went to the sale, Cincinnati Picker, John and Lonnie, and they went before me. And they looked at the item, looked at that, you know, she had written down the eBay price, and it looks like they kind of dismissed it. So this was actually a pretty good opportunity for me, because they had, you know, not went for it. I think the only reason I mentioned that is because, you know, these guys are both experts. They've been doing it for years. So it does give hope that, you know, like you could still go out there, like this was sometime in the afternoon, you could still go out there and grind at 2 p.m. and still find amazing stuff, even if the experts have already been through. Everybody's going to overlook something, and you're still going to be able to find things out at the sale. And so I don't mean that to be like, oh, I'm smarter or better than them. That's not what I mean at all. It's just totally kind of a lesson that you make your own luck. To stay out until you find as much as you want to find, and go from there. So yeah, I think that's about it when it comes to what I sold. Again, got a little bit over $1,000. That was actually, oh, I did want to mention that was the second of the Oberheim units that I sold for $149.99. So I managed to flip those into $300 for 60, which isn't too bad. I mean, of course, I got to come out shipping and fees, but I mean, we all got to do that, right? So overall, yeah, not a bad weekend. Managed to make some decent sales. Definitely hoping for an uptick, you know, come late November into December with the holiday season. I'm listing like crazy, so my wife's definitely pitching in and doing quite a bit on the listing front as well. And I don't even know how many items do we have. Let me pull that up. It looks like we have 936 listings. I don't know if that counts our 9 auctions or not. But yeah, definitely getting the listings up. Hoping maybe by the time we get into the holiday season, we can have another 600-700 listings. Again, as you're selling, trying to list 30 a day, but if you sell 10 in a day, you really only, you know, net increase your listings by 20. So, I mean, we'll see. And yeah, I really appreciate everybody stopping in and watching this video. And with that, I am going to get out of here, and hope to see you guys next time. Got a couple things that in the works, including another estate sale where I pull some really cool vintage items. I again am willing to play with both the vintage and the newer merch. So this was mainly a vintage haul on that video. Also, I didn't get video, but I've got an Instagram. It's going to be in the description because I can't exactly remember what the handle is because I just started it for this channel. And I'm going to post pictures of some street sharks that I managed to pick up. Those are definitely a bolo item. They average about 40 a piece. Some of the items even more. And I was able to get 5 of them for like 30 bucks. And I just thought they were cool being a 90s kid. All right, but with that, if you guys don't mind, please like and subscribe. I do appreciate it, and have a good day.